So this will be our last division question that we have to go through. Remember, stay in directions. Anytime it says divide, you know you're going to take this copy, this goes away as a division, change it, and then flip. So I'm going to do that first. So don't even bother doing any factoring, just do your copy, change, flip first. Now that I did my copy, change, flip, now since it's a multiplication problem, once it's a multiplication problem, you know what we're going to do is just do our four corners. Now notice each of our corners have a binomial or a trinomial, so I'm always going to look for a GCF first and then determine if I can do shortcut or difference of squares or anything like that. So the first corner, let's see if we could do GCF. No matching parentheses. Letter, ooh, remember all of them have to have a letter, so no for the letters. Number, no number, and then doesn't start with a negative, so no GCF. But I realized that it is three terms. Three terms tells me shortcut or arch or FOIL. I'm going to do shortcut because there's no number in front. So that's why I did the two parentheses, and let's break up p squared as p and p. There's step one. Step two, remember sign issue. If that was a minus sign, you automatically put 1 plus 1 minus. Since this is a plus, you just got to remember that these have to be the same. But you don't know if they're two negatives or two positives until you look at the middle. The middle term determines what type. So two pluses. So there's step two. Step three, just do all your combos of 8. So you know for 8, we'll move this down 8 is 1 and 8, 2 and 4. Okay. Once you get all your combos, then we're going to have to decide if we're going to add or subtract. We can see for step 4, we're going to have to add. So we get a 9 and a 6. And then we're going to choose a combo, 6, 6. These are the guys that are going to factor out. They shouldn't be prime because we need things to start canceling out. You have some good hints. Once you get one corner factor out, you notice that some of the other corners will have to kind of have the same feeling. Because if you notice every problem, we were canceling out at least 1 to 2 to 3 like factors. So we know it would factor out, and we saw that 2 and 4 is going to be our chosen combo. So that's step 5. Placement, because it is same sign, doesn't matter where the 2 or the 4 go. Next corner, p plus 2. Do we have a GCF? No. Do we have difference of squares because it's two terms? No. So we can't factor out. So we'll put it as p plus 2. But we knew that this wouldn't factor out because we were at p plus 2. You kind of had a feeling that they were going to cancel out. So that's how I know that, things will cancel out. Over here, p squared minus 16. No GCF because this doesn't have a letter, this doesn't have a number, this doesn't start with a negative, and of course no matching parentheses. But with two terms, we have to see if we have difference of squares. Yes, yes, yes. Remember, minus sign, perfect square, and a perfect square. They both have to be perfect squares. If they do, it meets the definition. Difference of squares is two sets of parentheses, kind of like the shortcut, but you go into signs first, plus and minus for difference. Then square roots, p and p, and then square roots, 4 and 4. And now we're going to break down 5p minus 20. They have a GCF. Notice they both have numbers, and you got to remember that 20 is the same as 4 times 5, so they both have a 5. So if you take out a 5 out of each of these terms, your leftovers are going to be p minus 4. With this, you're going to see if you can break this down further as difference of squares. Yes, yes, uh-oh. See how that one piece doesn't have a perfect square? It doesn't have a 2 like this guy did. Since it doesn't have an even exponent, it does not meet the definition of difference of squares. So you have to leave it like that. Once you factor out each of the four corners completely, do your big superfraction bar. And notice we have some matching parentheses. A p plus 2 and a p plus 2. A p minus 4 and a p minus 4. Notice I'm not canceling out these p plus 4, p plus 4. Why? Because they're both on top. The only way we can cancel them is if they have one on top plus one on the bottom. So I'm left with this, and then the 5 at the bottom. So we can either write it down like p plus 4, p plus 4, the two parentheses on top, and the 5. Or, what the book usually says is if these two are the same on top, you could say I have two of them. Kind of like if this was p and this was p, we would write it as p squared. Well, if I have binomial p plus 4, binomial p plus 4, then I have binomial p plus 4, but squared over to the 5th. So most of the time you'll see it like this, but I'll accept this as an answer.